All right, YouTube. So this one is how to be confident for all the women out here. Now, I know I talked to a lot of women before, and pretty much everyone I met, no matter what race, I've dated black, Hispanics, I've dated different races, anything. One thing a lot of them had in common is a lot of them were either molested, touched, or something, some kind of weird type of thing by someone in their family, somebody as close to, whatever. All had that childhood experience, childhood trauma, which led to a lot of stuff. Now, in order for them to be, if you insecure, like a woman like that, or they have a lack of confidence, stuff like that, I'm gonna just put it in detail. One of the first things you need to do is actually, no matter how hard it is, you're gonna have to tell you have to go tell yourself, like, you gotta go back to that pain, think about how it hurt you, all the stuff that you went through, all the trauma, but you gotta tell yourself that, look, this is not my fault. I didn't do anything wrong. That was their fault. But you gotta get that out of your off your chest. You gotta get that out of your mind. Like, you gotta cope with it. You gotta go within yourself, dig deep in that pain, and tell yourself, you know what? I didn't call this on myself. This is not my fault. You gotta that's the way you gotta get through it. Like, you gotta go back to that pain. You're gonna get over it eventually. You gotta dig deep. It's gonna hurt. If you gotta cry, you're gonna cry. Get through that pain. Once you get through that, and you tell yourself too that none of that stuff defines you. Just if you got touched as a kid, whatever happened, none of that stuff defines you. That was this person's fault. It had nothing to do with you. Not your fault. You're still innocent. You know, they may have took it, but you know what? That's not you, and that doesn't define you. You're the person that's beautiful. You're the person that's self-aware. You're the person that's probably accomplished a lot of stuff. So just remember, that stuff does not define you. Another way to, and also what you need to do to get confidence is you're going to have to go to your original self, as in when you get home, take off the makeup, the wigs, the weave, whatever you have that's unnatural. You got to take that off, and you got to look yourself in the mirror, and you got to tell yourself that, don't just say, oh, I'm beautiful, but you got to tell yourself, you got to look in the mirror, look at all your flaws. Everybody has flaws. I have flaws. Everybody. I don't care if you think they're perfect. I don't care how much confidence they have. Everybody has flaws. You got to look at your flaws and say, you know what? Look at your flaws and say, hey, I'm normal just like everybody else. I have flaws. But you look at your attractiveness too. What you know is attractive. Even if you're not that attractive, you can say, well, you tell yourself, okay, I got a good personality. I have this, I have that. If you are attractive, tell yourself you are attractive. You have certain features that you like, certain features you dislike. None of that stuff defines you. So you just go within and you look at your natural self. All the stuff that you've been hiding. If you putting on makeup to hide yourself and putting on this and that to please other people, you go deep in yourself and you be your natural self. Look in the mirror, you tell yourself, you know, I look good, and you're fine in your own skin. Once you know how you look in the mirror in your own skin, how you are, that's the only way you can become very confident. That's the only way you're going to get over insecurities or anything. Because once you're able to cope and say, you know what, these are my flaws to yourself, these are my flaws, and this is what I'm lacking at, but this is what I'm good at, this is what I have to offer. It don't matter what anybody says about you, your personality, anything, because you know how you are, you love yourself, and that's how you can love other people also. So just a quick little video for any women out there who's dealing with self-confidence or any insecurity, basically. So all you got to do, look at your natural self. Tell yourself, tell yourself that you're gonna be okay, that you look good, and that you're fine. You keep doing that every day. Every day, keep doing it. You're gonna get better at it, and you're gonna start to believe it. Once you believe it, can't nobody tell you anything. Can't nobody say anything negative about you. If you're out of shape, whatever, you can always get in shape. You can feel good about yourself how you are, though. That's the first thing you do, though. That's how you build your self-esteem up. Don't let anybody build your self-esteem up, because if they build it up, they can tear it down. Once you build your self-esteem up for real, which is in that way only, nobody can tear it down but you. So peace.